I'm Roger, and this is a story about how to recycle a swing set. And got a little picture over here I'll stick into the video. I can't believe for as many years as this was around, we never had an actual picture of it other than this one that was taken through the window or taking a picture of something else. A little bit of history on this thing. It was originally bought by our daughter and her husband for our granddaughter. This was way back because that granddaughter now is in her 20s and I will soon be a great-grandfather. In fact, by the time this the new year rolls around, I will be a great-grandfather. At any rate, once she outgrew it, we ended up with it here at our place let our other grandkids play on it. They have mostly outgrown it now. And during this last summer, I had noticed that it was getting pretty weak around the bottom. And the posts were starting to rot and things were getting pretty loose, and it was just time to take it down. Well, the swing set was made out of western red cedar and eastern white cedar, and it had obviously weathered after being around for 20 or so years. So I didn't throw the lumber away by any means. The posts on the sides were 4x4s. Here's a piece of one of them of what's left. It had some splits in it. Of course, it's all really well weathered. The top bars on it were 2x6s, and I was able to run them through the plane and clean the surfaces up. This is a scrap of what's left over. You can kind of see by the edge there of what it was like. Okay, so what do you do with a bunch of cedar from an old swing set? Well, let me show you. So here's what we do with an old swing set. Pieces were cut up, planed, cleaned up. Made a base out of some of the 2x6s, made a pattern for the legs. The upright there obviously is a 4x4 that was planed down and cleaned up. The top is a combination of the western red cedar and the eastern white cedar glued together and laminated. What this is going to be used for, this is going to be a Christmas gift for our daughter. As a little reminder of the swing set and when their daughter was growing up. It'll be used outdoors at a campground that we all both happen to camp at. And the table is low here because we have swings that hang from a pergola or a pavilion, so to speak. And it'd be nice to have some things to set some stuff on. So this is coated with multiple coats of marine spar varnish. So it's made for outdoors. Everything on here, including the glue, is exterior is Titebond 3, so everything was glued together. And the other little thing we made, I had a few little scraps left over. Give you another look at the top of this. This is the other side of our shop. Pretty crowded over here. This is where we ship from with our e-commerce business, so pretty tight. Something we saw, focus down on this here. Yeah, this looks strange. What this is a log with some cedar that I laminated and then screwed down to this log. Got this idea from a craft show we were at, and people were selling a log like this with a square piece of wood on top as a little side table for camping for $50. I thought that was kind of wild. I do still need to get the rest of the bark off of this log here, but this will be another little Christmas gift for the same family. But that's not all we've done with that scraps from that, and I still have more. So why not build a bird feeder? Here's a little bird feeder we threw together real quick. Obviously it snowed last night, but our little feathered friends here will have something to munch on here during the winter. Here's another little example of one of them little log tables. This is out on our patio. And it's nice during the summer. You can sit, when you're sitting in your chair, you got a little place to set your beer down or coffee, or depending on what you're drinking and the time of day. Well, maybe not necessarily time of day, but at any rate, I just couldn't see spending $50 for these when the logs are more or less free, and you can use just scraps of lumber from all over to make one. Of course, there's no plans for any of this stuff. I rarely work off of plans. I get an idea in my head and I just build it. But hopefully that'll give you some ideas what you can do with, recycle things, especially some of the more valuable lumber. And hope you got something out of this. So thanks for watching. If you liked it, give it that thumbs up. And of course, we're always looking for subscribers, so please subscribe. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.